Hyperliquid's perpetual futures are reshaping the way private companies are valued. A decentralized futures platform within the Hyperliquid ecosystem, known as TradeXYZ, has launched pre-market perpetual contracts for companies like Cerebras Systems, CBRS, and SpaceX, SBCX. These contracts allow traders to speculate on the value of unlisted equities before they appear on public exchanges. This marks a shift in how private company valuations are approached, moving away from traditional methods like private funding rounds or limited institutional secondary market transactions. The mechanism works through perpetual futures, contracts that mirror the price movements of the underlying stock without an expiration date. For example, when Cerebras Systems recently listed, Hyperliquid's perpetual futures closely track the company's real-time opening price. This suggests that decentralized derivatives markets could offer a more accurate and accessible pricing mechanism for unlisted stocks. Unlike traditional private market valuation, which often lacks transparency and liquidity, perpetual futures provide a continuous, liquid market where price discovery can occur in real time. This development is significant because most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. It opens new opportunities for retail investors. Historically, pre-IPO exposure has been limited to institutional investors or those with private funding access. Now, platforms like TradeXYZ allow individual traders to gain exposure to high-growth private companies. This is particularly valuable for companies like SpaceX, where public valuation is not yet available but market sentiment is strong. Experts in the field are taking note. Amir Haj. By creating a continuous market, platforms like TradeXYZ can provide more reliable price discovery and better liquidity. For assets that are otherwise hard to trade, the implications are far-reaching. If decentralized perpetual futures can consistently track real-world valuations, they could become a new benchmark for unlisted stock valuation. This could influence how private companies are priced before they go public, potentially affecting IPO pricing models and investor sentiment. It also raises questions about how traditional valuation methods will adapt in the face of this new, decentralized approach. However, the system is not without uncertainty. While Hyperliquid's perpetual futures have shown promise in tracking actual listing prices, the long-term stability and accuracy of these contracts remain to be seen. Market volatility, regulatory scrutiny, and the inherent risks of speculative trading all pose challenges to the widespread adoption of this model. The next signal to watch is whether more private companies begin to use decentralized futures platforms for pre-IPO valuation. If more platforms adopt similar mechanisms and more high-profile companies participate, it could signal a broader shift in how unlisted stocks are priced. Traders. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. And investors should monitor how contracts for emerging companies perform against their eventual public market values. In summary, Hyperliquid's perpetual futures are offering a novel solution to the problem of unlisted stock valuation. By enabling speculative trading on private company equities, they are bridging the gap between private and public markets. This could lead to more accurate pricing, increased liquidity, and broader investor access to high-growth companies. As this trend continues, the impact on traditional valuation methods and market dynamics could be significant.